I'm Kirk Allen. This is John Kraft with the Ector County Watchdogs. We've got Diane Benjamin with us today with BLN News. We're here in front of City Hall in the city of Bloomington.
We're going to talk about the issue with the Sister City Committee. The mayor going to Japan with a bunch of other people. His girlfriend or significant other getting a ticket purchased for her by the city of Bloomington, and in which she reimbursed the money at a later date, and all the controversy around that, including the fact that Mayor Renner took a leave of absence from his job as the mayor. So what started that? We found out that
We had a Facebook post that he was pleased that his girlfriend could join him.
Well,
No, it goes back farther than that. You have to look at the P-card statement for approval to the city council listed her ticket.
and that's actually online, posted with every meeting agenda.
Except that this month I had to FOIA that statement because they didn't post it like they normally do. So it was obvious they were hiding something. It was late.
That would be the appearance, definitely.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
So when I got it, I finally looked at it, and there it is. Terry Renner, Margot Ehrlich, right there on the P-card spending for tickets to Japan.
And then he posts, when he gets to Japan, he posts on his Facebook page, "I have just arrived in beautiful Japan. It's such an honor to be here representing our great city with my colleague, Mayor Chris Coos. I'm also grateful Margot was willing to pay her own way and join me." Does that sound like a statement of somebody that believes Margot is an official ambassador to the sister cities?
Well, that's the excuse he used once they got home, that she went and it was okay to charge it because she was an ambassador on the trip.
Well, it went further than that. He went on to say, I'm glad while he was in Japan, I'm glad that she paid her own way and joined me. That says, maybe I'm surprised that she joined me, not that she's an ambassador to the Bloomington Sister Cities Committee.
And by the way, she's never been to a Sisters Committee's meeting or an event.
Did you FOIA their meeting minutes?
Yes, I did.
They didn't provide them, did they?
Yeah, they did.
The Sister Cities?
Yes, they did.
Okay. So she's never been to one of those meetings?
No.
Has she ever been appointed as
No.
onto the committee?
There is nothing about her in any of the minutes going back
So
a
that
year.
would mean the mayor's statement that she was an ambassador
in his own mind.
Yeah, that would be a lie, correct?
Yeah, well, let's work through the timeline. While he was there, he also posted that she reimbursed the ticket months ago, which would mean more than 1 month. That was wrong. The ticket was purchased
May 12th.
May the 12th. She wrote a check May the 29th or something, and it was received by the city on June the 2nd. So that was 3 weeks or so, give or take a few days, between the purchase and the reimbursement. And then, when people were talking to him on his Facebook postings again, somebody asked him, he made a comment that, well, it was purchased with a block of tickets. We just purchased a block of tickets for convenience to make everybody on the same flight. Well, that turned out to be wrong. What happened?
Everybody else's tickets were bought together. They flew separately on Japan Airlines. The rest of the group, which could have been 30 people for all we know, flew on Delta. They didn't even take the same flight.
But the local news reports never mentioned that. They mentioned coach tickets.
Right.
So they could all be together. Well, that turned out to be wrong. And they were bought a week apart, right?
I got to look it up.
A week
I'm
to
not
10
sure.
days apart or something. So it was no way was it part of a block purchase.
Right.
No, it wasn't a block purchase. Those two tickets were bought together, separate from all the others.
Right.
Correct. So then it goes on to claim it's all false reporting. It was all legal. And then other media jumps on his bandwagon and claims crazy things like, well, it wasn't illegal because she paid it back. It wasn't illegal because that's how businesses do business. If you're in business, sometimes your employees have to use a credit card to buy things, and then they reimburse. So that's fine for a business if you want to run your business that way.
One of the people on the council made that comment. to the public. Obviously, he doesn't know the law.
Correct. So what is the law, Kurt? What's
Article 8, Section 1, public funds, property, and credit shall be used only for public purpose. And that means you can't use the credit card and then for personal purchase and then pay it back.
And that's Article 8, Section 1 of the Constitution of the State of Illinois, which is the supreme law of the land.
Correct. Ask the former Pekin mayor, who had a felony conviction upheld for using the city credit card, even though he paid it back the very next day.
If you just look at the purchasing card policy for the city of Bloomington, it's written all over it. You can't make personal purchases.
Correct. And so he violated not just the Constitution, but he violated the city of Bloomington policy as well.
So I'm looking at People versus Howard, a Supreme Court decision. One of the things that the Supreme Court stated was that the Illinois Constitution is the supreme law of the state, and they recognize that the Constitution is supreme law, and they have stated that every citizen is bound to obey it, and every court is bound to enforce its provisions. So I mean, they can just, oh well, you know, it's Bloomington, and it was a block purchase.
We have to get to the court first.
Correct.
That would take a state's attorney that's willing to step up to the plate and hold him accountable.
Correct. So what do you think? Well, it wasn't very much. It was just $1,800, and it was paid back 2 or 3 weeks later.
There's no financial threshold number in the Constitution.
Correct. And with that Supreme Court case, they find no support for such an exception, and they do not find that the official misconduct statute would benefit from a de minimis exception, and if there was one to be implied, the state legislature has to write it in the law.
And they haven't, so there you go.
So the state police are investigating. That's been verified.
Yeah.
Isn't this the same mayor that was selling art out of his office from a private business?
Did he quit doing that?
No. Well, the art is still there, but now they send you to the gallery to buy it instead of buying it out of City Hall.
So there's no price tags on it. So.
They could still have price tags, just that they won't hand you the price list anymore when you walk in.
Yeah, so see, not complying with the intent of the law.
It just gets worse. If they're not held accountable, they'll get worse and worse and worse.
Well, Diane, keep reporting.
Thank you.
Keep exposing, because you definitely got them on the run.
I will. I'll do that.
Thanks.
Certainly, anytime.
You betcha. Thank you.